Yon? San Fran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how I know this.
I had to remember, because
Barony.
we were tossing up between 3 places.
Howdy,
I
howdy.
think we settled on 2 weeks in San Francisco. How you doing, buddy?
I'm
Hello
doing
there.
good. I'm doing good. How are you all doing?
You're doing fabulously.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Happy 2022.
Happy New Year! May this one be a fun-filled one with many an adventure.
Indeed.
It'll be filled with something, no doubt. All right. But yes, hello. Welcome back to Trinity Isle. The first episode of the new year, and if all goes to plan, the last episode of Chapter 1. It has been a long
Not for
time.
death reasons, definitely not because we're all dying.
It has definitely been a long time coming, but we have come through troubles and turmoils and trauma and them giving me way too much information about their characters. But
What are we talking about?
well, yeah. I think Malachi knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Seelia as well. Will
I may
know.
have handed him trauma on a
And
platter.
in Cassiopeia and Takumi and and Wa's now got some as well. Yeah, for every it's fine. But shall we go through the cast as we always do from the top left? We have Takumi, the human fighter, played by Shadowblade312.
Hello, that is indeed me. Welcome to our first episode of the new year, and hopefully for all of us, hopefully we will have a great year ahead.
Kretash the Cold, our dark elf wizard, played by Malachi__gaming.
I apologize, Shadow. That yawn wasn't at you. That yawn was very much. I've been awake for 30 minutes. I apologize.
Understandable.
Hi, I'm Malachi. How you doing?
We have Seelia, the half-son elf bard, played by the Trinity artist DelphiniumRai.
Hey. Hope we all have a lovely year.
We have Wa, the human paladin, with a little bit of warlock sprinkled in there now, played by the TheMrWa.
There, I'm British.
And that's why no one likes us. And then we have Cassiopeia, the Aarakocra druid, played by the man, the myth, the legend, TheBarinade.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here again for the new year as your resident, full-time Portal 2 co-op speedrunner. Pleasure to be here on the stream.
We love to see
That's a
it.
question, Baronade. When are you moving out of my room?
I'm staying here forever. Wow, alright?
Oh,
You
okay.
can't get me out that easily. I'm gonna live in your walls.
You went to
I'm gonna keep
America.
my eyes on you.
You went to America, dude. You forfeit.
Ah, yeah, good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
right.
Whoever leaves the room first, get that person.
Yeah.
No more dibs.
But we're gonna start tonight, as we always do, with a rapid recap. I believe Malachi, it's your turn.
It is.
So I will leave it to you.
How do we start off? I mean, we started the episode immediately encompassed in a battle with a manticore, which resulted in a lot of pain for Kretash and Wa. We are both very bloodied at the moment. After that, we sort of looked around the room with the holding cells and the oracle in her little chamber. Well, we noticed one of the paintings was a little bit funky. It was an illusion. Behind that illusion, Thorell. My arch nemesis, as it were. And Thorell was a little more forthcoming with my history than I would like, but that's all out in the open. Was not too happy with me, but all of the captives from Ocean's Edge are now saved. We have tricked. What was it? It was a troll, wasn't it?
An ogre.
An ogre?
An ogre.
Ogre.
We've tricked an ogre into a 2-day walk to find an elf that doesn't exist. What else did we do? Oh, we found what did we call that? Was it a scrying tool?
It was a mirror.
It was a mirror.
That is all you know.
With some very magical properties, seemingly giving us the ability to look through another person's eyes. We attempted to destroy it, failed. So Wa attempted to collapse the cave-in. Wa went down again. On our way home, we came across the paradox. Wa offended Terry the door. Wa went down again.
I tried to flirt with Terry the door.
Yes, that was a mistake. Wa learnt very quickly that Terry is not to be trifled with. And I believe that's where we've left off.
Yes.
After 5 of us walking into the paradox.
Yes, very much. And that is where the story shall continue. Now, you've all entered the paradox in your own time, in your own pace. And for 4 of you, there'll be a very familiar feeling. For 1 of you, not so much. This feeling of nothingness, gliding through space, lifelessness surrounding you, nothing but the void. You feel light and heavy, cold and warm. You drift for what feels like minutes, maybe even an hour, to those whose lives are not as long as the others. But eventually, you will see a blue light emanating in the distance, growing closer, engulfing you in its glow. And one by one, you will all materialize and appear at a small wooden circular table within the walls of a tavern, lit by blue flames. Cheers of heroes, laughter of drunkards, shouting of bettors and gamblers. And as you all regain your consciousness in your own time, those with elven blood taking a little bit longer than the others, you will look around and see individuals. You will turn your eyes and see more. But these figures will come and go like flashes, like memories, appearing, disappearing, and reappearing again. Doors will open, some will come in, some will go out, but those doors will close again. No one ever leaves from the same door. It's an impossible place, but a warm place. You see before you a bar, gold, decorated with a circle, half black, half white. 1,000,000 drinks upon a countertop. And in the middle of it all, a man in a royal garb, from what it appears, decorated with opals and jewels, half black, half white. Hair slicked back, shining like the sun, eyes glowing like the eyes of an angel. Welcome to the paradox. The floor is now yours.
Okay, I want to say
Did
something
we-
really quick.
Yep.
A very important piece of information.
Yep.
When you said it, this is an impossible place, I really, for a moment, thought you were going to say, this is an imposter.
Alright, you yeah, hold on.
Vitally
That
important
is-
piece of information.
That is
Barinade.
8, that's 8 damage, BarinAde.
I'll take it.
All right. So did we materialize like sitting at our
Yes.
table at a table?
Yes.
All right. So
And
we're all
it's
seated.
just the 5 of us?
Just the 5 of you.
No
Just
Kelsey.
the 5 of us.
Where's,
If we
where's
try.
Cassiopeia?
Just the 5 of us.
Is he not here?
I
look
left him
around.
with Wa. Didn't he come through?
I didn't notice anyone being left with me.
Calcifer?
Calcifer was with
The-
us.
The
Yeah.
Minotaur?
Yeah.
Didn't he go in with you guys?
No? He was outside.
I went in first.
I mean, I didn't see him because I made sure everyone had gone in. I was the only one left out there, as far as I'm aware.
Well, we'll have to trust Calcifer's intuition. He knows his way back.
I don't
I'm
think
sh-
he does.
No, I don't think so.
Well, he pointed out last time. He pointed out in a certain direction the way back home.
He also
Well,
said
Ocean's
that
Edge.
to Cassiopeia that he wasn't sure.
He did not
Hmm.
seem certain.
I mean, this is his first taste of freedom as well, isn't it?
Can we talk to Terry in some way? And ask him to let Calcifer
There is
in?
no sign of Terry.
I'm gonna walk up to Dualius.
You go over to the bar, and you see him cleaning a tankard with a red velvet looking napkin, and he will look up to you. Ah, I wasn't expecting you all back so soon. But welcome, Kretash. Allow me. He will click his fingers, and the stool at your feet will turn to the same perfectly cut clear ice that you remember from your previous visit.
Plonk my backside down on there.
And what will it be this time, my friend?
Strongest thing you've got.
How about 9 Hells liqueur?
Done.
I took it from Asmodeus himself on a deal. And he will go over to his cabinet and open it and pull out a familiar looking metal jug, as well as a very fine looking, almost wine glass like goblet. And he will pour, and you will see what looks like liquid magma fall into the glass, but as viscous as water. And you will feel, as it is pushed to you, the warmth of the fires of hell run across your skin. I recommend not taking it all in one go. This place, you are protected, but you are still mortal. And he will put the jug down.
Gonna let that one sit for a while.
Now,
Wise choice. Wise choice.
Now, would you like to discuss anything before we go on to the next rule, shall we say?
Boo?
I would like to discuss one of our temporary party members currently being missing.
I see. You care for the Minotaur. Your
A little,
silence,
I suppose.
Your silence already said everything it needed to. I will give you that one for free. But don't try and take me for everything I have. And he will go over, and from underneath the bar, he will pull out what looks to be some kind of crystal orb, and he will place it in front of you, washing his hands over. Speak the name and breathe onto the glass, and I will see where he is.
Calcifer.
As your breath stains the perfect crystal, he will lift it up and you will see his eyes glow And even though there are no sort of pupils or irises, you can see his eyes dashing and darting quicker than anything you've seen before. He wanders the plains. By the time you make it to Ocean's Edge, he will have found his way home. And he puts the orb down. Now, shall we discuss the business of the paradox? You know the rules. Be very careful how you word it. You're not first comers anymore. It is more important that we act on accuracy.
I'll take some time to think.
Very well. I would go and tell the others that Calcifer is safe. I know that some of them will worry more than others, but they should all be made aware that they did not fail. I will see you in a moment.
Get up and head over to the others.
Okay.
Were any of us able to hear that, or were they too?
No.
Alright.
There is far too much noise for you to be able to hear that single conversation, although it will be clear that Kretash
Right.
is discussing with Dualius. Kretash, do you take your drink with you, or do you leave it on the counter?
I take my drink with me.
Okay. Whilst Kretash was having that conversation, were you guys up to anything specific?
No.
Evil
I-
scheming.
I saw Kretash go over, so we already finished our little conversation. So I'm just trying to just catch my breath, think about what I may have to ask to Alice when he shows up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Just trying to collect
sit,
myself.
sit down. Yeah, just sit down somewhere like plop and just be like, so glad to finally be somewhere safe for a bit.
Is that something you said, or just?
Yeah. Seelia just plops down and just goes like, I'm glad to be somewhere safe for a bit. Take a seat, everyone. Let's unwind a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to like the nearest table and just.
You guys appeared at a table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were we sitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were sitting.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Just
You
gonna
were taken to your
sit
assigned
back down.
table. Okay.
Okay.
In a few moments, you will see Kretash return with this goblet with sort of orange glow coming from within it.
Dualius
What
was
is-
kind enough to give me this information for free. Calcifer's fine. And by the time we're done here, he will have made it home.
That's good to know.
That's great.
Good news.
I'm happy to hear that. What is that? I'm just gonna point to the drink.
Strong.
Wrong, you say?
Hand it to Wa.
Shouldn't we both have one of these? I feel we may need to reconcile our differences. Or, more to the point, I should reconcile my differences. And that can only be done over a drink.
I don't
What do
much
you
care
mean?
about your differences either way.
That's fine. But
And
either
I'll-
way, we've got to work together. You may have done wrong.
Sip of my drink.
Do you sip? You sip
gonna
it
take-
specifically.
Sip it specifically.
Okay. You feel.
I'm
I'm
smart
thinking
enough to
of-
heed a warning.
you feel a hot, spicy liqueur go down your throat, but nothing more. And you immediately feel that this is the strongest drink you've ever had.
Mm.
It is unnaturally alcoholic.
I'm going to gesture to take the glass from Kretash to have a sip myself.
As you touch the glass, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. Wait, is he allowing me? Is he allowing me to take the
Are
glass?
you going to
firstly?
reach for the glass?
I will reach for the glass.
Make
Or
a
I will
wisdom-
gesture to
make
the
a-
glass. For the glass.
Okay, alright. If you're reaching for the glass, make me a wisdom saving throw. If you're gesturing, you don't need to.
Oh yeah, it's more like a point and a hand palm thing. Like,
Okay.
may I?
I'll sit it on the table.
I'll go to grab it.
Make a
I'll make
wisdom saving throw.
Trying to work out how to do that on mobile. Bear with me. Oh, saving throw this one. That would be a 10.
You clear it. You feel this sort of sharp pain in your mind as you go to touch the glass. And like
That does not deter me.
on instinct, it is like almost like a migraine kind of pain. If you're gonna go to try and touch it again, make me a wisdom saving throw.
$18.
The same happens, the same pain. The glass does not lift.
Oh, so much for drinking together. Hope you're enjoying it.
You'll just have to go up and grab your own. Oh,
Okay.
before you do,
Yeah, go
the
on.
rules. Very quickly. You get one question from Dualis. Be careful with it. He has told us we'll have to be more specific this time. You get one drink, and no one may leave until after they've finished their drink and ask their question. No fighting or any kind. If you do, Dualis will throw you out on your ass and you won't be able to come back that day.
Huh.
Dualius
However,
will.
No.
He'll make his way over to this table soon enough if you'd rather just wait with the rest of us.
Oh, I'm happy to go up. I'm happy to go up. I need to take a moment from you guys. Recollect my thoughts.
Suit yourself?
Okay, as you go up, you will see this sort of lavish bar top, and you will see this celestial-looking figure stand, serving a drink. He will see you, nod, finish what he is doing, and walk over. Wow, Dastings, your arrival has been long awaited.
You know my name? My real name?
Yes.
Interesting.
I trust you've been
I've
told
never
the
been-
rules.
I've been told the rules.
Thank goodness I don't need to
I'm-
go through that speech again.
Well, I'm assuming it would have been a big speech, yes.
3 existences of having to say the same speech. You get a little bit bored.
Well, I'm hoping that I will be a little ray of relief in such long existences. I do not envy the lives that you must have lived.
Neither
For
I
one
do
is more
yours.
than enough for me.
But if you have been told the rules, then you've come to ask for 2 things, I trust.
I have come to ask for 2 things. Yes, one of which would be the fine liquor that you provided to my acquaintance,
Very well.
if you may do so.
He will go to his metal jug and begin to pour, and you will see this hot liquid magma get poured into a goblet, and he will hand it over to you. I
Thank
would
you.
recommend you don't take it as a shot. You are still
I have
mortal
no
within my
intention.
walls.
Yes, that's what I'm afraid of.
Okay.
And I know the second part, but with your blessing, I would like to defer that second part until later, if I may.
You can stay as long as you want. You may not leave until our business is done. Many have stayed
Understandable.
here for decades, not asking a question. And, of course, after staying here for a year, you are permitted another drink. I'm not entirely cruel.
I appreciate your kindness and hospitality, and I will be back. We will talk shortly, one would hope.
I have no doubt. And he will gesture for you to return to your group.
I will extend a hand to shake the hand.
He will refrain.
Understandable. Good day. And then I'll turn and walk back.
Alright. You will notice that a few people give you glances as you walk, sort of over the shoulder.
As Wa is over there talking to him, I'd like to speak to the rest of the party currently at the table.
Go for it.
I will say, so, are we ready to call Dwellius over? Does anyone need a moment to think about anything? Are we ready to speak to him?
I'm ready.
I'm ready, but would rather go last when it comes to the question. If that's alright with everyone.
Alright. You can go after me, or well, whoever's before you in that case. Kretash, are you ready to speak to him?
I will be when it comes around to my turn.
Alright. I'll wave him over once Wa's back.
He will remain at the counter. He will notice you, but he remains at the counter.
Alright, as long as he noticed, then that's all I need.
We may have to go up to him.
Is that how it's going to be this time?
That's how it was last time.
Last time I thought he came over to the table and talked all
Yeah, I
over.
thought so.
Kretash went up to him, and then I thought you guys went with him.
Everyone followed
Oh,
me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I see.
As I
Okay.
take
Okay.
tea, I'm going to look at Kretash, hold the drink up. I'm going to take a small sip, and I'm going to say, whatever's happened, I trusted you at the beginning, and I believe I can trust you again. But if an innocent life is slain by your hands, I will do my utmost to uphold the law.
That's
Agreed?
nice. I'll take a sip, sort of turn away.
While you will taste this hot, spicy, not uncomfortable, but strong liquor go down your gullet into your stomach, and it will warm every inch of your veins, and a wave of alcohol will wash over you. You remain conscious and aware, but never has something tasted this strong.
That's nice. So, guys, this question we get to ask: are there any limits on this person's knowledge?
Not that we've seen.
I don't know if we
The
have
only
access to that kind
limit-
of information.
The
I
only
mean-
limit is that we only get one per visit.
He
That's
knew
it.
that Calcifer would be alive before we even got there. I would assume his knowledge is quite vast.
Wonder.
Cassiopeia's
Zeph.
gonna get up and walk.
Okay.
Zephyr,
Cassiopeia.
I'm going to DM
Yeah.
you a question, by the way, Zephyr.
Yep, cool. Cassiopeia, as you too go up to the bar, he will look over to you and smile. It is nice to see you again, Druid.
She'll anxiously smile back, sort of, but then her smile will kind of fade. It's a pleasure to be back. In one piece.
A pleasure to have you with us once again. Now, what would you like first? Your question or your drink?
The drink.
What will it be?
A strong water with ice.
Very well. I know just the thing. And he will pour from the same jug now into a wooden sort of cup large enough to fill maybe 3/4 of a pint. He will hand it over to you. This water is taken from the heavens themselves.
It's quite fanciful. I guess that's where rain comes from. And she'll kind of dip down. And you know how you can get those like little desk birds that kind of like go into the water and back out? She'll kind of do that sort of motion a little bit.
It will taste crystal clear. It will taste fresh. It's different from the waters of the forests and the rain that you are used to.
I feel Barinade like you did that last time as well.
He did do that last time as well.
He did that last time as well.
He will, like, Barinade, it's soft. There's a slight sweetness.
I'm soft! Ooh, I'm a soft! Ooh.
There's an ever so slight sweetness to it. Noticeable, but not deterring.
Okay. Interesting.
Alright. Wara will write very quickly.
Okay. She'll take another sip.
Okay.
Just gonna walk over and
sensation.
sit next to Cassiopeia.
She'll kind of nod to acknowledge your existence in her general vicinity.
Seelia's gonna follow Kretash.
And the Cassiopeia will look as if she's ready to ask her question.
He will smile to you and wait patiently.
I have a selfish question to ask.
Those are sometimes the most important.
It plagues my mind knowing that you may have information that I seek. My question is, how do I best go about finding my sister?
Yes. You were both fascinated by stars, were you not?
That is true.
You have
Her
adopted
first,
them.
then I.
She came here to study the stars. Came looking for the greatest astronomer the Forgotten Realms has ever seen. His name is Livian. Find him, and you'll be one step closer to finding your sister.
Livian. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope it serves you well, young one.
As do I, old one.
I'll allow that.
She's kind of socially awkward.
He knows. He is aware, and he will smile comfortingly to say it's all right. Now,
May I ask?
yes.
Can you tell me what? I mean, please tell me what the necklace that the Soleil family has in.
I can't hear you, Rai. You've gone.
Can't
quiet.
hear, right?
Oh shit!
You went too quiet for your sound gate.
I went too far. Can you tell me what magical qualities the necklace, the sun-shaped necklace that the Soleil family is in possession of, does? Wait, that was not an English sentence. Wait. Has. What magical qualities the, sun-shaped necklace of the Soleil?
I was not aware that the Soleil family still had possession of it. But
Weren't
if you knew where I could find it, perhaps I could help. It is not an artifact I am well versed in. not one I myself have seen before. I know of it, the same as I know of many historical events. What it does is something different than what it is. I trust you will understand. Bring me the necklace, and perhaps I will be able to help you. That is the best answer I can provide.
Okay, thank you.
And now, I will ask you, what will it be?
Can I have a hot chocolate?
The same as before?
Yeah.
He will take his jug and pour it, and into a mug of elven design you will see this silky liquid fill, and he will hand it over to you. It's a good recipe.
It is.
Now I believe there is one more who has not received their drink.
It is at this point I will walk up, but go off to the side, putting some distance, like like me being separate from the group of three that's already up there.
He will look over to you. Why so distant, Takumi?
I feel like whatever I may have to ask, I think it's best if no one else gets caught up hearing about it. Just trying to respect everyone's privacy, that's all.
I feel you are beyond that, and I'm sure you understand they will have questions regardless. But if that is truly your desire, I am in no position to be able to deny you your privacy. Though, I will tell you this. The more perspectives, the better the understanding. But before that, I'm sure they would like to know what your taste in drink is, in case they plan a surprise birthday party for you or something like that.
Well, who am I to argue with the wisdom of a god of balance? I will move over and join the group of three that's already up at the bar.
What will it be, Mr. Inui?
This time I could use some green tea.
Ah, yes. I know just the thing. And he will pour from his jug a familiar smelling green tea already infused in the water, and he will pass the bowl-like container to you.
Thank you. You really nailed the, well, homely factor of it. It's quite nostalgic. Thank you.
Home
And
is
I will
a
take
commodity.
a normal sip of it.
Very well. Home is a commodity that is lacking in today's time. I do my best
Indeed.
to accommodate.
And I thank you for being that thoughtful.
Now, I have 3 questions waiting for me. I'm ready for my interrogation.
Don't think of it like that. We appreciate your help. And none of us, I hope, would dare to try to nickel you out of every dime. But since the last time we spoke, there's no doubt been a lot on my mind, and a lot I've encountered today especially, but while I would definitely like to ask about him, something was made clear on our adventure earlier today. Just so you get some context before I ask it, all my life I've seen these kind of visions, and I feel that they've been emanating from some sort of power within me that I've discovered over the past few months. I've been seeing visions, had dreams, and my father even spoke of this a few times, but he would always remain focused on the present and how we can make things better. But on my adventure earlier tonight, there was a magic mirror, and I looked in it, and it gave me a familiar sight. This similar one from my visions and dreams, and something he spoke of. I saw a frozen over place with people, humanoid figures frozen in that same white dragon. What's the meaning of all this? Why have I been seeing this at many visions, dreams throughout my life, and even just recently? What's the meaning of this white dragon and everything being frozen over?
In all iterations of time, there are good kings and bad kings, just and unjust. And in time, those kings become known as tyrants or heroes. The king you faced, or should I say the king your allies faced, is a tyrant king. And his domain has grown. I am sorry for your loss. Many have fallen before Cryobane.
I see. Thank you. That helps me understand this recurring phenomenon a little bit better now.
Remember what I told you last time, Takumi. There are many powers at play that want their hand in what is to come for Trinity Isle.
That they do.
The Dragon King is on the move. Now, Kretash, Wa, you have been waiting long enough.
Why is still back at the table? I think he never actually came.
Wa will be able to hear him.
Oh, okay. Dolius, may I actually ask some, if you allow.
You know the rules, Seelia.
I
I cannot have favorites.
I know, no. It is just that you didn't really answer my question, technically. Because I asked you to tell me about it, and you...
I cannot tell you more than you already know. You asked me what it can do. I do not know.
Okay.
You asked me what it does, not what it is. This is why accuracy is important. I'm sorry you did not find the answer you were looking for, but it is not a useless answer.
Thank you.
Now,
My question.
indeed.
In a day's time, when the ogre reaches its destination and finds that there is no elf, Where will it go first?
I cannot see into the future, Kretash. What I can see is what people will become. And that ogre's suffering is nigh. Even today, you change the fates of those around you. Do not misunderstand. What you did, you thought was right. And you were able to save Calcifer because of your actions. And, dare I say, you may have saved some other lives, should that fight have broken out, shall we say. But you have changed that ogre's life indefinitely.
That's not my problem. I just need to know if it's gonna go back and attack. But I'll keep the town on alert.
I cannot know what will be done with the ogre. By the way, Malachi, refresh your character sheet.
I'm even waiting for this for 2 weeks. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case.
He will look over at Wa.
There's so much I need to know, but so little choice in what I should ask. I'll walk up. I still don't know what to ask of you. I don't know what to expect, or... I would assume that your knowledge would be unlimited to events of the past and the present.
You know what they say about assumptions.
But to run an establishment like this, I would say that the assumption has evidence base behind it. There are many travellers entering through the doors,
and billions and
ask
trillions who do not.
This is true. The dilemma I face is to whether ask a question that would be a sole benefit to myself and my family, or ask a question to protect those that I find myself duty-bound to attempt to look after.
Ah. The tastings and their duty. Some things never change.
I've gone beyond what I need to be able to do. Mistakes have been made and choices that have ramifications. And yet I have no idea if there's a way I can rectify this situation. And would rectifying it solve anything, or would dealing with the consequences? My question: how do I break my bonds? To both ties I have in this life.
There is only
the
one
angel.
way.
And what is that way?
the worst thing you could do with what remains of your life. There is someone who can save you from the 2 curses you have put on yourself. The curse of duty and the curse of Barovia. I see it in your eyes. You made a very rash decision. You are lucky I let you in here at all. But I will give you what you ask for. There will be someone you meet who will be able to save you from the pact you have forged. However, I will tell you that that decision will be one where you cannot win. You have already doomed your soul, Wa. It is now merely a question of which life of suffering would you rather go down. Continue to try and stave off the corruption, and continue to try and use the deal you have made to your advantage. And when you meet that person, think very carefully about what you want to do. There are fates worse than death. But what you're currently dealing with, there are worse things.
Thank you.
I would not. You are lucky to have survived today, while days things. And you'll be luckier still if you are able to remain human.
I'm gonna bow my head. Partially in respect and partially in shame.
Dualius will begin to fade, his visage disappearing, and the 5 of you will be left with your drinks.
While this is happening, I'm going to hand Seelia a letter.
Okay, I will let you two deal with that in your own way. However, any speech I would like you to make audible.
I'm just going to take the letter a little bit confused, and I'm guessing I'm waiting for a DM.
I believe we're all still up at the bar together.
Yep.
Since everyone moved up in here.
There you go.
I'll take another sip of my green tea.
When did you get a letter?
Crits.
Kretash and his letters.
I've got so many letters. Letters, journals. I'm basically a walking library of personal information.
So am I. I will leave the floor open for you guys, and once you finish your drinks, let me know.
With that, I'm going to hand you another item and simply say, for later.
Like, we must be able to see you handing this over. We're all stood at the bar.
Yeah.
Next to each other.
Yeah?
I'm not hiding this, but
Oh.
I'm not fucking telling you what.
Well, no, but you can describe the item then, because we would see this.
I think it probably
Bit of
fits
parchment.
in. Yeah.
Okay.
You have that.
Well, remind me, have you checked your inventory in character? Have you checked your inventory lately?
I did. You told me nothing had changed.
Yeah.
Seelia is just gonna very quickly like read the letter. Look at Kretash a little like, oh. And then open the parchment.
Yeah, because there's is this the key you're talking about? The picture?
The picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you in character have seen it, yeah.
Yeah, that happened last episode.
Just gotta make
We
sure.
definitely need to have a talk, Kretash. And she is going to take the letter and give back the parchment.
Oh. Really?
I can't use it. Can
yeah,
I?
you can. Yeah, you
I
can
can?
use it. I literally, I have sacrificed my knowledge of that for you. That is all
shit!
yours.
Oh shit!
Yes, you can absolutely use that. I was gonna say because I've already deleted it from my inventory.
Oh, okay. I'll add it to mine. Shit. Thank you. And I'm gonna take another sip of my cocoa. Like first
Well,
sip.
did everyone feel like we got some stuff off our chests tonight? Get some more. Take a good breath in, whatnot.
Cassiopeia nods.
I wonder where we're gonna be let off this time. Hopefully it's Ocean's Edge.
Yeah. Seems like the only place I'd imagine where we would be going after what happened. Even we need our rest as well.
I'm gonna take a large sip of my drink.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming, but it's relevant that I do what my character would do.
I'm going
That's
to take another sip of mine. Oh no.
Big or small?
That's a
no.
7.
Hold on. Big or small, Kretash?
A small sip.
What, is it me worth rolling damage? How much HP have you got?
Oh, I'm down.
You take burning damage as you feel
I'm
your
down.
insides begin to convulse and spasm. You'll all see sweat begin to drain. You will see Wa's already pale white face go to an icy white, and he will drop down. You will see patrons looking around. One of them will laugh, and you'll see this little orc walk over, put his hand on Wa. Wa, you will heal 5 hit points.
Yes.
How many times does that make this today? 4? 5?
4?
5.
I trust
5?
I trust that you didn't listen to the advice when you got that liquor.
I was told not in one go. And apparently half is just as bad.
You
I'm
are
really
drinking liquor forged from the 9th level of hell.
And now my head is going to feel like it's in the 9th level of hell. Thank you.
Feckin' stupid humans don't even know how to drink right. And he'll start walking away.
Why is it every time I take a big swig of alcohol, everything goes bad?
Maybe it's because of the big swig of alcohol.
Hey, look, when this happened on the ship, I was spiked.
What's
guys-
your excuse?
Learn to be careful.
Oh no,
This-
this one I didn't know I was drinking. Oh. Hey guys, guess what?
What?
I
Sip on my drink.
cursed myself to try and save you. Now I have to live with the consequences. And all I wanted was for you guys not to not to die.
How did you curse yourself? What did you do?
I was given a choice. I was given the option for power when the time was right. And me, being me, short-tempered and all, or as you guys now know, Dastings is the family name, decided to try and help you guys sooner. Did it work? No. I got knocked out by a manticore. I got knocked out by a door. And now I got knocked out by alcohol. You guys.
Not to
you
mention
guys...
getting knocked out by the mountain.
Oh,
By the
yeah,
goblin.
The mountain. By the
Goblin
mountain.
got you as well. Yeah.
Oh, do you guys remember that mountain? That mountain was amazing. Kretash.
Hold
I
on.
fucking hate you. But I love you. But I hate you. But I love you.
I hate
I
you
just
too.
wanna-
Let's just settle at that.
Let's just settle at that. But I'm still gonna respect you.
Hold on. You said you took a deal to gain power, and it has corrupted you? Is corrupting you?
I never said it was corrupting me. That's your words, not mine. My words are.
Do you feel it corrupting you?
Well, I can shoot magic out of my hands now. I could never do that before.
Dualia said something about meeting someone that would save you. This thing sounds more and more like a curse.
Oh, it's a curse. But as long as you guys, as long as where are we? Ah, yes. As long as you guys are safe, that's all I care about. I just want you guys safe. I just want you to know that before I have a nap.
We will live as long as we all work together.
I'm happy to work with you.
I'm gonna finish my drink.
Very well.
I will take another sip. Takumi's looking quite concerned, but he will take a sip.
Oh, I've got to finish this before we can leave, haven't I? Oh no, what have I done? Well, this is like basic training all over again. I'm gonna down the rest of the drink.
Oi, what happened to being careful
Roll
with
me
your
a wisdom
drinks?
saving throw.
There must only be like a quarter of the glass left by now, surely.
Yes, that's why you're rolling a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Natural 20, 23.
This is like you pass it, and it's fine. But what I will reiterate: this is liquor from Asmodeus's private cabinet.
It's great, isn't it?
You finish your drink.
And then I'm gonna lick my lips and go, can we find somewhere we can rest? I feel like I need to sleep before I say more stuff to you guys and... Thank you guys. Being you. Being here. And I hope we manage to succeed in all of your... all of hopes and dreams.
So he's knackered?
Very.
Dualius, do I have
He's
permission to slap him
He,
awake?
he
Dualius is
left.
gone.
Oh,
He left
God
a while ago.
yeah. All right. Well,
How are you holding up to your drink, Kretash?
Mine's done.
Zephyr, at this point, how much of my green tea is left?
You tell me when you finish drinking it.
Right.
Is how
Right.
this is going.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna put a hand on Cassiopeia's shoulder. I'm gonna walk out.
There is
Are
no
you,
door.
are you dragging her out, or wait? Did I misunderstand that?
No. I put a hand on your shoulder.
Oh,
It's
okay. I think you were like, you were coming with me, kind of thing. It's just like,
no.
Kretash, there is no door.
There's no door.
You need to wait
But
for
I
everyone.
finished my
You need
drink.
to wait for everyone to finish their drinks.
Oh, you
Cassiopeia still got water left, and she is purposefully timing it so that she will finish her water as Takumi finishes his green tea.
I will take another sip of my green tea and I will look at Cassiopeia.
She'll take a sip of her
Wait.
water and look right back.
Are you feeling alright? How are you doing so far?
I feel invigorated. Although I may not look it on the exterior, I assure you that on the inside I am brimming with joy.
I can say the same. This green tea is probably just what I needed right now.
Do you feel that you're on the right path, Takumi?
The right path.
Whatever that may mean for you.
I like to think I am. I hope I'm keeping all the folks and friends back at home. I'm sure they'll be happy when they hear about it.
Cassiopeia will nod in acknowledgement. And she'll take another sip.
I will also take my last sip along with Cassiopeia.
Alright, she'll finish it off as well.
You got
Yeah, I'm done with
any-
The
mine.
door will open
got
to your
anyone-
left.
Okay.
What do we do with him? He is very passed out. Seelia's just gonna like put her hand on his back and like shake him a little. Like,
I wonder what the in-game ramifications would be for us as players if we just left Wa here.
Splitting the party. We'd be splitting the party.
I was thinking of leaving him here. I was
think that's a
also
funny
thinking of dragging him out the door and just dropping him wherever we exit.
it would be safer
Mm.
to not leave him where we exit. Wow, we gotta go.
Sure
Gonna
thing.
poke him again.
Can someone let me rest on their shoulder? I don't think I can walk.
Here, I'll try to get him up. I walk over and I
So he's
Try
not
to-
resting on mine. It's
I'll
just
try
a
to
nice
get
way
him
to
up.
stab me.
It takes you a little bit, but eventually you are able to kind of hoist this gentleman up to a point where you can support his weight.
Yeah, you know that kind of maneuver where they're both standing up, but one has the arm over.
You got him. You've got
their
him. You've got him. You've got him.
Yeah. Okay, how does Wa look now?
Don't ask me.
Like a drunkard.
Yeah, now that I've gotten you up, how does your character look now?
I mean, I'm still very weak and fatigued. I can walk, stumbly. Fortunately, there isn't a drunk condition on this.
Alright, seeing this, I will still support him as for when we walk. Okay.
I walk out.
All right. Cassiopeia, I assume you do the same, and I will
Shield
assume
boy.
Seelia does the same. Okay.
As I see them walk out, I walk out with them.
All right.
Well, I obviously take Wa with me,
Yeah.
but yes.
We're
leaving.
As you leave, you will experience a very familiar sense of weightlessness. Takumi, will disappear from your shoulder the second you step through the light. And you all feel yourself drifting through the void, through the nothingness, surrounded by darkness and emptiness. And then, after a small time, you will all feel yourselves be drawn back to the material plane. And you will all take the equivalent of a long rest.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's go.
A well-needed
All your
long rest.
ailments, all your incapacitations will be healed. It will be as though
slots again, yes.
you are completely refreshed. And
Oh my
one
god.
by one, each of you will stand on a very familiar looking hill as the sun begins to rise into the sky. You will see little smoke trails coming from Ocean's Edge as you look down upon it. To your left, the Hunters Guild. What the
Smoke
fuck?
trails? Like new? Smoke trails?
No, well, the city is very much, the town is very much still damaged and suffering from the attack. So there's like ashes and, you know.
Yeah. It's like I'm not ready for it to be under
Yeah.
attack again.
But
Yeah.
Pardon me.
But yes, you will all be standing outside the Hunters Guild. There will be no one around you. The dirt is stained with blood from yesterday. And you
Well,
will
As
see-
of right now, does everything look safe? Look normal.
As far as damaged, slightly burning towns go,
So nothing else has changed.
Hang on. No, it's okay actually. I don't need to worry about doing anything. It's all good.
okay. What do you all want to do now that you are here?
Well, I'm no longer inebriated either, am I?
No,
Oh, thank goodness! I hate doing a drunk voice.
did it to yourself.
I'm aware. Hey guys, there's something I didn't tell you.
Iowa.
Hi.
What would that be?
Apparently, I have a brother. I didn't even know I had a brother. But apparently I've got one, and Terry knew about him.
What do you plan to do with this new information?
Nothing as of yet. But if my mind ever gets distracted from our cause, just remind me of where.
Hold it right there!
I turn.
You will see.
Hello
I
there!
gotta look
You will
to see where
see
that.
7 guards, led by Captain Mythic,
Terry.
all aiming crossbows and swords at the 5 of you.
I'm gonna walk forward.
Don't move another
Captain!
step, short temper!
Wait, what's happened?
You tell me, vampire.
Vampire? As I will, like, look right at Law.
I'm sorry, what?
Look at his eyes.
I'll look at his
Seen-
eyes.
Oh,
You will
I will
see
look
Yeah.
right
the,
at those
you will
eyes.
all see a familiar red glow in his eyes.
oh. Huh. This must be the effect of the choice I made.
To
there's
buy
no har-
very important contact lenses.
Yes. No, there's nothing to fear.
If you think
I
I'm
promise
gonna
you,
let,
there's no-
if you think I'm gonna let another undead step into this town, you got a damn other thing coming, short temper.
Hold up, Rithik.
I'm still alive. Just.
What? Shut up.
Okay.
He's been cursed, as it was. It's not vampirism.
Sure damn looks like vampirism to me.
Yeah, it does to me too, but I can assure you, it is just a curse. He is not undead. Take it from a necromancer, I know undead.
I'm not letting him step into this town. Not under the the suspicion. We've had enough issues with vampires over the years.
I mean, if you want to restrain me and stick me in one of your cells, I'm more than happy with that.
You are not stepping a foot in Ocean's Edge.
Okay.
Is there a way to
Well,
prove or check if he's undead?
Yeah.
Rithik?
I'm not taking the chance after last time.
What if we carry him in order to circumnavigate the stepping rule?
Stepping rule? Oh my!
In
How
a
about
very
this?
literal sense.
How about this? If you have a test that you can use to prove that he's not a vampire, we'll leave Wa and one of our other compatriots here.
The only one would be
To wait.
Gaidanus. And you're defending him. For all I know, you're under
I
his
know.
thrall.
Captain.
I
Rithik,
said hold your tongue!
and I said shut up!
You really
What?
gonna talk to me like that, civilian?
Wah, you'd best
If
back
you-
down.
No, I have.
I would
have a way to
listen!
prove my innocence.
No, I don't want to hear it from you, Wah. Stand
I'm just
down.
gonna-
Wa,
By order
I'm just gonna.
of Standing Lord Dormir, I will arrest you. And
Okay.
your companions.
I'm
I will
I'm gonna
take you
turn around and
all
walk
to
into the Hunters
Gaidanus.
Guild.
Wah, don't take the rest of us down with you.
Okay.
Just-
What?
let him do dumb shit.
Wait,
A
how
cro-
far away are we from the entrance
a
of the
crossbow
Hunters Guild?
bolt,
There's
la-
a reason I'm asking this.
You are
No,
at
no, I
the
wanted
you are
to
at the
ask a
steps.
question.
You're at the steps.
Okay, how many steps? Distance.
Steps or distance, they're two different things.
Okay, what is the distance from the entrance to the Hunters Guild?
You're standing at the there's 5 foot between the bottom of the steps and the door.
Door open or closed?
Closed.
Okay, now, would the Hunters Guild count as a residence?
No.
Oh, and in which case then I don't turn around. No, I'm not doing that. I assumed that it's a residence, therefore I could test myself by trying to walk into it because I can't enter a residence if I'm a vampire. Unless invited.
Under what pretense would War Short Temper know that information?
Forest Legion, we fight like it would be known in Ravnica in part of basic training of military of learning how to fight different creatures. As you stated a few episodes ago about how I would have basic knowledge of creatures.
Chapter 7G, vampires.
Let's state that. He's got you there.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. If you could justify it, that's fine. But no,
That was
this-
my justification.
you will a crossbow bolt will still land at your feet.
You missed.
It was a warning shot.
Rithik, before everything gets out of hand, we need to have a discussion.
I'm sure we do.
I'm going to take out the plans that we saw earlier with
First
the map
things
from.
first, I'm actually going to drag you away, Seelia.
And where do you think you're going?
I will be with you in a minute.
You're not going
Celia.
anywhere. Whatever you want to show to her, you can show to me.
I'm not showing her anything, you moron.
Anything
Celia.
you say to her, you can say to me.
I
You're
will
not in a
comply with
posi-
any arrest.
You're not in position to make demands, Necromancer. You're hightailing it with someone who's either a vampire or has the powers of a vampire. Neither of which I can
gonna-
trust.
Or just the
Celia,
good looks of
I'm
a
gonna-
vampire.
I'm
throw
going
me
to
in a
whisper to you.
river.
I'm going to
Yep.
whisper to you.
I mean, say
He-
it in front of everyone. Oh, yeah.
I
No,
can't, because I was supposed to have this conversation with you prior, and I forgot to. You know what? Fine, fuck it. I'm just taking the blame for it. I'm
You
gonna
guys
walk up
just
No,
to
no,
Rithik.
no. Okay, it's fine. We
No, it's all good. It's all good. I
we
got
found
this.
the map. We can show you. when we were at the camp. It's
We
an attack
found-
plan.
We found the goblin
not-
camp.
Yeah. And we found an attack
We're aware.
map.
Samuel and Lucas
you're
told
aware
us.
of the-
Samuel and Lucas told us that you found them at the heritage site.
We also did. They didn't know about the map though. It's an attack
Throw it
plan
on the
that is
ground.
probably.
Open it up and
I
throw
put
it on the ground.
Also, I want to take responsibility for something.
We're not talking about that now. We need to see if we're ever gonna get in the city or
We may
not.
as well get it over with.
I assume
I feel
Seelia.
like
You've,
I-
I
yeah,
assume Seelia. You've thrown it on the ground at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like open and stepped back.
One of the guards will step forward and look at it. Plans match how the attack went yesterday. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, at least it's the old one. I just wanted to give it to you in case it's a future plan because we didn't really know how the attack went yesterday. So I couldn't confirm without showing it to you.
She's
Doesn't-
right.
That
You
doesn't
can
change
use
the
this
fact that at best you have a
Doesn't do-
at best you have a thrall with you.
He's
Okay, what would you have us do? We can.
I'm ready to be arrested.
All 5 of you would come with me to Gaidanus under arrest under suspect of colluding with the vampires.
Now,
Is there no way
can
to
I-
clear ourselves?
I mean,
Being
the sun
tested.
is rising. The sun is rising. If I am a vampire, I would be in pain. You can throw me in a river, and if I am then in pain, I am a vampire.
You could be a thrall.
Okay, let's go. Let's go with Captain Riley.
Do you have wing-sized handcuffs?
No,
Or wing
Cassiopeia,
cuffs?
it's alright. We won't need to be cuffed. We
Is
just
We'll
that
go
not how the
voluntarily.
procedure usually goes?
not in this
We'll-
case. We're fine. We don't
We're
need to be
going
restrained.
voluntarily.
But do they
We're
have any
going
reason to trust us?
They
Cassiopeia,
don't.
please
but-
stop talking. Don't give them ideas.
It's alright. Just keep quiet with the rest of us, and we should be fine.
She turns
My
to the
sight
guards.
isn't
I will
hindered.
happily oblige with any restraints.
There won't be any necessary, Cassiopeia. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The carriage will be
Turns to the
prepared.
guards. Is this true?
I'll have a carriage prepared.
Hey,
I mean,
Okay.
there is another alternative. If I may be allowed to say one thing, Captain.
Go ahead, civilian.
If I am a thrall, lock me up outside of the city for 1 week. Either the sunlight will kill me, or if I am a thrall, I will no longer be under the control of said thrall. You seem to know the creatures, you must know how.
Or we
They are
can
met.
test you,
Oh yeah, you could do that.
and
But what would
if
be
we
easier
for me
and
to-
then if my suspicions are correct, you'll be executed.
And when they are wrong, what then?
Then Dormir will want to have a word with you. And should you be found guilty, then these 4 will also be arrested for the rest of their lives under corroboration with the undead.
They did not know.
Understood.
They've defended
I'm
you.
literally a necromancer. Are you fucking kidding me?
Corroborating with the vampires goes against every law that Lady Deathbane has set, elf. Corroboration with the vampires will result in a life imprisonment.
I see this tiny little thing that they're calling a brain right now.
Cassiopeia pulls out a little list and makes a check mark and then puts the list away.
Cassiopeia, I kind of take back what I said earlier. My friends back at home would be shocked, right? Just like us right now.
This is a new experience. We should enjoy it
it's
while
not
it lasts.
gonna take too
I don't think I
long.
can enjoy this, Cassie.
Let's just get this over with.
I think this is quite exciting. I've never been arrested by authority members.
At least you're having fun.
I don't know if it's fun necessarily, but it is intriguing.
It's one way to put it.
Seems like a very chaotic procedure.
Very.
If for whatever reason my friends are found guilty, will they also be executed?
He just said that we'd be imprisoned for the
Imprisoned,
rest of
not
our
executed.
lives.
For corroborating
Okay,
with the
in prison.
vampires.
But not executed.
Unless
Do
you
you
do
accept
something
bribes?
stupid.
Okay. Fine, I accept the terms.
Cassiopeia.
Am I not
As
allowed to ask
someone,
this?
as a man
Yeah,
of honor,
apologize.
whether you choose to believe it or not, I accept these terms.
Thomas had the carriage prepared. It'll be a day and a half's travel.
Okay. I got you.
Wasn't it by sea? Or first caravan, then sea? I don't know.
So they're gonna use the They're gonna use the caravan to take you to Gardanus.
Ah, okay. Great. 10 out of 10.
You two watch them. We'll be ready to go in a couple of hours. And Rithik will leave with 5 of his men, leaving to
Can I turn to
guard
one
you.
of the guards?
Yeah.
Might I ask a question?
Speak.
Would I be allowed to opt into handcuffs?
Takumi will facepalm.
I will just sit
If
down
you feel
cross-legged
that-
in a
if you-
meditative stance.
If you feel that being restrained would mean that you are safer, then we would be able to accommodate.
I think that would be for the best.
I'm gonna walk up, Cassiopeia here. I'm gonna pull out my rope and I'm just gonna start tying Cassiopeia up.
I think he would resist if she's being tied.
Alright, there's gonna be resistance. Kretash, make a strength check against
With what?
against
None of them.
Cassiopeia's dexterity saving throw.
This is
Okay.
not the kind of roleplay I signed up.
Oh, it's the kind of roleplay I signed up for.
Oh!
Ooh.
I don't think you're gonna beat that.
That's a
Uh,
natural 20 on the die.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not beating that.
She like just
Oh my god.
flies out of the way.
That was with the D&D Beyond dice as well.
Never mind.
The one time, the few
I'll throw 20
times.
dice. Actually, no, Cassiopeia's had all the luck with those dice.
Yeah.
Kretash,
Here and
you
there,
failed to restrain Cassiopeia.
I have a choice to make. I don't like this. You say there's only 2 guards, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the first time you've seen Cassiopeia excited.
As per Trinity tradition, Wara said he has to make a decision, so we will very much emphasize the fact that decisions have consequences and the fact that we will.
Yeah, and so far every decision.
I'm gonna approach-
Decision is causing us pain.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
approach Kretash.
Oh, what do you want?
Do we go along with this, or do we incapacitate and make our own way?
We go along with it. Nothing we needs more problems, especially here. I need these people.
Understood. I'll follow your lead. You may want to restrain me just to put their minds at ease. They think they're dealing with a vampire.
Fine. I'll tie what up.
Oh yeah! I have given myself the restrained condition.
Very well.
I'm only letting myself be cuffed by the guards.
Well, is there anything you guys would like to do in the 2-hour period that you will be made to wait?
Yes, actually.
What
there
are
is
we
something that I wanna
allowed
ask
to
you
do?
about.
I'm gonna
Check
do a
and see.
prayer to the angels.
Send me an angel.
I
Okay.
would. I'm also gonna walk up to the guards and ask, while we are waiting here, is there anything we're allowed or not allowed to do?
You can go in the opposite direction of the town, or you can wait.
Just standing, sitting here.
Yes.
I am going to be right back, and I will take him with me, and Seelia is going to tug at Kretash's sleeve and point to the direction of away from the city.
Fair enough. I'll walk with you, but very slowly and not very far.
No, like far enough to be out of earshot.
Hmm.
Where did you get that letter?
You remember those innocents I killed?
Yes.
Need I say more? Also, while we're over here, now, do you want credit for killing the hobgoblin, or would you like me to continue claiming
No.
that I did that?
It's
I mean,
not credit.
look, I understand how you feel about it, which is why I was happy to take the heat for that one.
And
But
I
it
do
did
really
help us find the goblin camp.
I appreciate it. I think it's time that I take accountability for the choice that I made. So it's hopefully they'll understand. And if
I'll
not,
make them understand.
that I know you say it and not a like no ice knives this time or any variation of ice, okay?
I promise no attacks. Words only.
Words. Words only. Yes. But
For
also
now.
The fine print.
Yeah, you gotta read those final words.
No ice attacks.
Really
Asterisk.
important.
Asterisk for now.
For now.
Wait, but there. So I remember someone said that the people you murdered were diplomats. I don't know.
Thorell said that. And can you really trust everything Thorell says?
Not really, honestly. This is
Actually,
very...
I believe he said they were ambassadors. But these were the people sent to come after you. And
Why
I
did...
will again tap at the chest, like, I know.
What are you gonna do with this information?
I've already done what I'm gonna do with the information.
You wanna...
I just expect you to tell me what it is.
Okay, how long does the crow take to cast normally?
You should be able to look it up.
It will
I
be
think,
whatever
I think it's 10 minutes.
It will be whatever
I think
the
it's 10 minutes
spell
off the top of my head.
entails.
Because I'm not sure, because I couldn't add it I couldn't add it properly to...
Yeah, you've got to add a scroll and then edit the name. First level spell scroll. Cast time is 1 minute, not 10.
Okay, I mean, at this point, it's only been like 20 minutes since Rithik is gone. This shouldn't take us long. Do you wanna find out what it does?
If you want to.
I think I want to. I'm surprised that Dualius doesn't know where it is. I don't know how I feel
think
about
he
that.
does. I believe his exact words to you were, it's no longer with the Soleil family, and that if you could present it to him, if you could bring it to him, he would be able to know more. I think he was testing to see if you would pull it out there and then.
Not. um. Interesting. Well, yeah, let's find a quiet place to cast this, I guess.
Okay.
And oh god.
You are able to take it over to a small hilltop just off of the beaten path that would be secluded enough so that no one would be able to see what you're doing.
Okay.
And
Don't like that.
How are we under arrest? This is like sus.
Don't like that at all. Okay.
that's
They're going to
that's
ask
what you-
questions.
That's what you asked, isn't it?
Sorry, what?
That's what you wanted, right?
I mean, I want us to find. Can we find a more like? Is there any like?
Can we just
not
like turn our backs to them?
I mean, wait, what? No.
You're
Like
already
this-
in a secluded spot.
This
Like,
this
what
spell
do you
would
want?
require. I remembering correctly, there are like verbal and somatic components to the identify spell. So
I believe so,
Somatic?
yes.
somatics are
Wait, somatic?
gestures. Yeah, they are gestures.
Okay, so like we were already like further away. I will like
But yeah, but people will be able to see you
there-
doing like the somatic gestures.
yeah, exactly. So like we're gonna like
Mm.
go even further away. And
Wait, I
that-
just
and-
realized.
what?
No, it's okay.
What did you realize?
No, it's okay.
Mm.
It's okay. It's something for when we get back to the others.
Okay. Well, we're gonna head a bit. Is there like any like caves or more
The,
trees? or
like,
just
the best thing at the moment is that hilltop where no one will be able to see you.
Okay, let fucking go to the hilltop
Okay.
and do that. And I will open the scroll.
You see upon it different instructions for how to cast this this spell, as well as many runes that dot the borders of the parchment. Would you like to use your scroll?
I would.
Okay, you open the scroll, you begin reading it, you begin performing the spell as instructed, and as you complete the spell, the paper burns up into ash and floats off in the wind. You can now remove the scroll, and you may cast Identify on one item.
I cast it on the necklace that I have been put away. Like, yeah.
It has no spells tied to it, however, you can identify that should this item be attuned, it would be able to cast spells. They would be like
do you
to attune
Yeah,
this
sir.
item.
Sure.
So to attune this item, you see visions in your mind, and you see someone casting magic with the necklace. And as the necklace glows, so does their circlet that sits atop their head. And you can deduce that when those two items are brought together, a creature will be able to attune to the necklace and use the power that lies within.
What does the thing on the head look like?
It's like a golden headband with the same moonstones in the center.
Okay. And in the vision, can I tell what type of like magic is being cast? or
Looks
is that
it
just
looks like a guiding bolt.
okay? Okay. I wear the necklace, and I shall turn to Kretash and say that, as far as I'm aware, this necklace is part of a pair. It goes with a headband, and I think it doesn't really do anything if it's not combined with the headband.
Right. So they connect to each other.
Yeah, I think so.
It's interesting that... It's interesting that it glowed when the mirror glowed.
It also pulled me towards it. Towards the circle.
Interesting.
Also, when the necklace glows, I think the headpiece glows as well.
I would imagine so.
Oh!
Yeah.
No, I doubt anyone else could have. Maybe we're close? Is it a proximity sensor to that? I'm not sure.
I think
It's very
maybe the
strange.
mirror might have been able to find it. Find the other piece, perhaps. But something for another time. Not something to worry
Yeah.
about right now.
Let's head back to the others.
Okay.
And
Now, as
Kath-
they were doing that, what do I see happening
You
with
see
these two?
an orc walking up the path. Cassiopeia, a very familiar looking orc.
Okay.
Reek is
Cool.
walking towards you.
Okay. Could I have also been doing something in the meantime?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I might need to roll for this because I want to ask you about it. But since Cassiopeia is a bit of a reader, she's a little bit excited to be involved in an arrest now. Having never experienced it before, but maybe having read a few law books in her time. Are there any tips and tricks she could give to the guards on how to improve maybe their law-abiding nature at the moment?
You've not,
Cassiopeia X-Mage.
Zephyr.
you have not read up on the laws of Trinity Isle. And from what you do know of Trinity Isle, they are governed by themselves and their own people. It's an independent state. They do not abide by the same laws as the rest of the Forgotten Realms.
Okay. Okay, forget the Forgotten Realms. Alright.
Okay. But yes, you will see Reek walking up the path towards you.
She will nod.
It is good to see you again, my friend. I'd
It's good to
feared
see
the
you.
worst when you did not come back last night. We had heard
I
you'd
was-
gone to deal with some bandits.
That is somewhat the case. And now I am under arrest.
Yes, there was a bit of a commotion.
I know, isn't it exciting?
That's why I'm here.
It's nice to see you here.
I think I can help.
In what sense?
Well, I might be able to get you away from the guards if you didn't want to deal with the hassle.
Oh, and I wouldn't dare break the law.
Well, I've always seen the law as more of a guideline myself. But it would come at a bit of a price.
What would your help, you mean?
Yes. You know I'm seeking someone. If you had any information on them since our last encounter, it would suffice. Otherwise, let's say, watching my back on the road, I'll be able to get you away from Ocean's Edge.
Okay. Remind me again who it is you're after?
Goliath. Fiery beard, half his face, covered in war paint, black armor, amulet, and he pulls out a piece of paper, and it will show a black amulet. One that looks very familiar.
Okay. It looks very familiar.
You've seen it.
I have.
Where?
Pretty sure I have. guys ever can you jog my memory? Where have I seen it?
Yeah. It's the one Dallasman was wearing last night when we encountered him.
Okay.
Just a few hours ago, I believe.
Barinade's memory pains me.
There's things I remember and things that kind of like.
Same, baby.
Do
It's same.
do the rest of us see them talking? Like
You see
or
them
we just-
talking.
Cassiopeia
Are
will
they-
explain exactly where she sees it, or she has seen it. She will divulge all information, basically.
You've met the Goliath.
Yes.
Where?
Where did I meet him?
Damn it, Barinade.
I forget exactly the place
in
out.
the secret room in the enemy camp. In that secret room in the enemy camp, he was.
Where we met Thorell.
Yes, of course. Okay. See, my mind is like a soup, and all the ingredients are in there, but they're like jumbled. It swirls.
It's good,
So
baby. It's good.
literal bird brain moment.
It's Baronet. It's a soup bird.
It is. It's fucking burnt.
Does the 5-second rule apply to soup?
Wait, what do you mean?
Grilled, but it's burnt.
How would
not-
you? You have to get like a straw and like heat off the floor. I don't think it does.
Back to forgetting people.
So you know where Dallasman was.
I think so. I do not know where they are currently.
If I help you get away from the guards, will you take me there?
Oh, no need. I'm happy to comply with the arrest.
Very well.
Baronet, just
Can
remember
you-
to note that when we talk to Dallasman and Thorell,
Can
they
you
were.
point me in the right direction?
I would, but my wings are cuffed. As per my request. She doesn't laugh though.
I'm gonna
Never mind.
walk up to this conversation. I'm curious.
Well, didn't you resist Malachi trying to tie you up?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
isn't this
the guards
how
the guards haven't actually cuffed you yet.
She just requested to be cuffed. I just assumed at some point it would've been like, okay,
they said it could be arranged, but that's as far as you've gotten.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she hasn't been cuffed. It's just an appointment at some point. Like, yeah, we'll put you in queue. We'll patient number 5 or 6. You'll eventually get something else at some point. We're short on them. Okay.
You know.
Could she? Okay. Does she have? Is she able to quite literally point him in the right direction?
You remember being told that the camp was north of Ocean's Edge.
She points north of Ocean's Edge.
We'll look out. Very well. I
I believe this
suppose
is north.
I'm going hunting.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. And
I hope to remain in your good graces. May destiny treat you kindly.
and as a gift
Could we just
of my appreciation, should you ever find yourself in Outcast Town, tell them you know me, and they will let you in.
What was your name again?
I am Reek.
Of what?
Yeah.
What an asshole.
I am Reek the Hunter, son of Pushcrimp Spine Splitter.
Reek the Hunter. Understood.
I hope to see you again, in this life
As
or
do
the
I.
next.
Preferably this life.
I'll hold you to that. And he shall not start walking north. And you're left to your own devices once again.
Alright, she will happily obey the guard's orders.
What's Wa doing
Eagerly.
at the moment?
I'm just restrained, didn't I?
Yeah, but what are you doing? Are you standing, sitting?
I'm praying to the angel Rosiah.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
you will hear no response.
would you mind laying on your belly for me for a second?
Why do I not like where that is going?
I just need to test something. I promise it won't hurt you.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down onto my belly.
I'm gonna pull out the immovable rod and I'm just gonna press against his back and press the button. Then we'll walk away.
The what?
You will feel as there is this pressure placed upon your back, and you are unable to move.
Huh.
Takumi, Seelia, Cassiopeia, you will see this
Oh god, I had
grey
it. I'm not
metal,
gonna lie,
this
I
grey
wasted rope.
metal rod with a unicorn-looking creature on one end and a button on the other end, just laying on top of Wa.
Wait, is it something that hurts?
No, but you can't move.
No.
Okay. No, that's fine because if it's something that hurts, he would have been lying to me, and then I would have had to been able to try and assess that.
Wow, can you move?
No.
But you can move your mouth.
Yeah, that's weird. Huh.
Where does it end? Can you move your jaw?
I think it's just that the rod can't move from that position.
Yeah, the rod can't.
yeah,
So I can
Oh.
move, but I can't get out
Oh.
from under it.
I see. I understand.
Well, that's one way to solve that problem.
I mean, I was already
That's
happily
weird, Peter.
restrained, and there was
I
no
know, but this
need
is
for
more fun
this.
for me.
Yeah, so I'll give you that.
I've read about this. Is this what they call a kink?
What, you mean like you and being restrained?
Well, not necessarily. I didn't like that.
I
I
do.
didn't
You
get
asked
to
for it.
experience it.
Only from the law. I've never been arrested, but I've read about it many times. See, in these noir fiction novels where I've read about crime fiction, I've read a lot about arrests, but I've always wondered what it would be like to be arrested.
I can
You're
see the
quite the-
train just tumbling down the cliffside. The rails are long gone.
You're quite the
Okay,
curious
okay.
one, aren't you, Cassiopeia?
We're
Am
good.
I?
You know, I'm really proud of myself. I said as a joke to Zephyr, I said, how can I derail this campaign today? And then I said, no, I'm joking. I'm not going to do anything to derail it today.
This isn't derailed though. You guys are waiting for 2 hours. I expected this.
This is planned, so we didn't derail shit.
I'm talking
Yeah.
just about the
I
conversation.
think I'm just at this point, I'm done. I'm gonna rest and wait.
Unless anyone else
Yeah.
has something they would like to do.
I mean, I can't do
Looking
anything now.
In the opposite
I mean,
direction
what,
that the
can
I'm
you-
not
card-
moving that, by the way.
Well, can you
said.
roll 30 or higher on
Right.
strength?
A 30 or higher on strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Wait. I get that plus that. And inspiration die is only a d6, isn't it?
Yep.
It's already out. Like,
No, they've all been restored, haven't they? You did a long rest.
yeah, but I haven't given him an inspiration die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hasn't been long
inspiration.
enough, yeah. Yeah, inspiration.
Yeah. I don't know what. That
Um,
How long does it last? It only lasts an hour, doesn't it?
yeah.
yeah, but it's been like what? We weren't even in the tavern place for an hour.
Time moves differently though.
It's been time. It's been a lot of time.
Well, that's the thing. We
It's-
don't know how long time.
Well,
That's the thing.
Actually, hang on.
Here's the
no,
thing.
is the sun's coming up, isn't it?
The sun is coming up, and
Yeah.
you entered
So
the paradox
It's been
when
about 6 hours.
you entered the paradox when
Yeah.
the moon was like sort of around
was-
midnight.
We entered at about midnight.
Did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then no, I can't. I don't want to. I'm happy being there. It's fine.
I know.
I would like to turn to the guard and ask them something.
They will look at you.
She will eagerly ask, will I be facing trial?
If this gentleman is found guilty of corroborating with the vampires, then yes, you will all be put on trial.
May I ask for a lawyer in advance?
I just realized something.
I'm not paid enough to deal with this.
I'm gonna press the button on the rod.
While you feel a
I'm gonna-
pressure
What the
relief
run?
from your
I'm
from
gonna
your back.
I'm gonna grab it, hold it up. I'm going to vertical jump and press it at the highest point.
Okay.
Wait, what?
What? I don't know what to imagine.
It
What's
is
happening?
so.
There is
You
now
are-
a floating rod in the air.
Oh.
Are you holding on to it, or have you let go after pressing it?
I'm still currently holding onto it.
You are now dangling 10 feet in the air. Well, 5 feet in the air.
Seeing this, I'm gonna roll over to get away from it.
I'm gonna climb up and I'm gonna like try to sit on this rod.
Make me a strength check to see if you can do a pull-up. Actually, no. Make me athletics. Scratch that. Make it athletics.
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 Okay. Same thing, really.
I don't know what your proficiencies are necessarily.
That would make for the perfect.
I have no proficiencies in athletics. 18 though.
Yeah. You are able to perch on the immovable rod.
So this act of athleticism isn't like a threat to the guards. They watch.
They are. They are. They are
Cassiopeia's
watching.
busy asking them questions about like litigation, trial.
One of them is looking at him with confusion and clearly has his hand on his crossbow, just in case Kretash wants to make a move.
Will there be a jury?
Like a wrestling move.
You will be tried in front of the standing Lord Dormir and his High Court. Should there
How
be
many
a
members
trial.
of the High Court will there be?
Including Dormir, there will be 9.
9, I see. A nice odd number. Very good.
Looking at my surroundings, do I see any trees or any boulders on the ground?
There's a few trees about.
Okay. Are there any in the opposite direction that the guards said we could walk to?
They sort of like dot all over the place.
Okay, I would like to go up to the closest tree and just sit, rest my back on it.
All right.
Are there any pebbles or sticks on the ground?
Not really any that are worth the effort for what you're trying to do.
Any I could like just pick up and just toss in front of me off in the direction where no one is?
Not really. I mean, you could climb the tree and try and get a branch, but at the moment there's not too much. There's like a couple leaves from where it's going, from summer to it's slow. Like a couple of trees are starting to wilt a little bit, but other than that.
Okay. But now that I'm at the closest tree, am I still within sight and earshot of everyone else?
Sight, not earshot.
Alright, I'm just gonna rest there for like 10 minutes and then just go back to the party.
Okay. A few minutes later, you will hear the sound of hooves as 5 horses and a horse-drawn sort of taxi carriage, very similar to the one the farmer had the day before, is starting to pull up.
Looks like our ride is on its way.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before it arrives?
I'm waiting for it to arrive.
What's the time of day? From what we can tell right now.
It's still, like, the sun has risen at this point. So probably around, like, early to getting close to mid-morning.
Okay.
You were waiting for a couple hours. Alright, and the carriage arrives along with Rithik and the others.
Yep, just pull her up under me.
The hell did you get an immovable rod?
It seems that the rod is not necessarily immovable, just that it's stationary in its current position.
Are you going to be a problem, Drow?
No,
No problems here.
literally pull the carriage up under me and I'll drop right in.
May I be handcuffed?
If the bird wants to be tied up, tie her up. Otherwise, I don't remember taking orders from you. Kretash, was it?
Could have been.
I heard about your antics with the Royal Guard.
Oh, that was fun.
I'm not gonna take the same sass after what I've been through.
Absolutely understood. And
Oh,
Seelia
by the
is...
way, Rithik, just so we're clear, when we're cleared, because Wa is very much not a vampire, you owe us money for the bandit camp. We are owed a reward for returning the young boy, and I think we've earned a reward for dealing with that bandit, the goblin camp for you as well.
As
And I presume legal fees covered as well.
That's just when we're cleared.
As far as Donnie is concerned, you will have to speak to the mother. You can speak to
That's fine.
Dornmere about compensation for the work you've done for the war effort.
Fair enough.
Handing out payments isn't my job.
Oh, where is the carriage at this point?
It's about 10 feet away from you.
Fine.
Can
I'll
wait,
push
can
the
I
button.
wait? Damn it! That's what
No,
happens when you keep
Seelia-
fucking interrupting
Seelia,
me.
go first. Seelia, go first.
As he's finishing up his talk with him, like after before, I wanted to cast Mage Hand and push the button.
I'll allow that.
Kretash, make a
Oh.
dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
good at this.
That's amazing.
Oh, nat 20.
Yep, alright.
Oh my
You
goodness.
land on your feet like a ballerina.
Can
That was
Barinade, you are now
can
restrained.
as
Yay! Cassiopeia looks gleeful.
when I'm guessing that when the immovable rod is placed, it starts like falling.
When you
Can
press the
I-
button, yeah, it begins to fall.
Yeah, it'll fall. Yeah.
I would like to catch it and hand it to Kretash.
You do so.
I'm gonna chuckle and take it from you. Thanks. Just better get down myself.
Right.
Also, Zephyr,
Yes.
I just want to share a thought I had. I had a fun idea for an absolutely stupid chaotic item in D&D. So you know
Oh.
how we have this immovable rod that kind of locks itself with respect to like the ground beneath us and that sort of thing.
Are you thinking about
Imagine
the rod
if
of
you-
perpetual motion?
I have no idea, but I just invented a new rod. It's another chaotic rod that's immovable, but when you press the button, it locks itself in space relative to space itself. So you press the button and it either tears through the ground or
That's-
flies away at like 100,000 kilometers an hour. Be cool. 'Cause the
Okay,
planet
so
is like-
Cassiopeia is the new BBG. Has the
Yeah,
power to
yeah.
destroy the fucking...
Oh, yeah, cool item. You just lock it and it goes locks in place in the universe somewhere.
Yeah, and you would destroy the
Has the
planet.
whole solar system.
You would destroy the planet. Alright, so that's the end of the
end of the
campaign,
Earth
guys.
rotation.
Cassio...
I was gonna say,
Cassiopeia...
we could get lucky with that. Like,
It could
Yeah,
just fly
hang on,
away.
hang on,
50
hang on a
it
minute.
could
Wait,
fly
if this was an item that existed, Zephyr, I need to ask: do you have any NASA pages open to be able to work out the
I'm
circumference
fucking
of the
ending. I'm
planet?
ending the fucking stream. Fuck
see,
this.
Here's the thing. Okay, no, here's the thing. Here's the arguable thing. Because eventually the Earth's got to come back around.
No, but the
Right?
whole
So
solar system is
either-
flying through the space anyway. Like the Milky Way itself is kind of like on its own trajectory through space.
Yeah.
It would just
Yeah.
be stuck
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. Eventually, depending on where, you could get lucky and come into contact with it, but you would have to have somebody in the perfect spot at the perfect time, be able to press that button as soon as you get in contact with it. Otherwise,
The thing
the
is,
Earth
you wouldn't be able to
yeah,
press
it's
the button
coming back
because
around and-
whoever's pressing the button's gonna die to fucking whiplash.
Oh yeah, the person who presses that button, all that will be left is the skin will just collapse to the floor, and all of their insides will just be smearing across.
Why the fuck am I
hundreds of
even
thousands of miles.
entertaining this idea?
This is a cool item. Completely useless, but it's a fun idea.
What do you mean completely useless? We could dominate worlds with this item.
No, you press the button once and it's gone.
Yeah, well,
It just tears into space somewhere. It'll be locked in.
we
in
need to
three-dimensional
have
space.
some form of like spaceship or something that we
This
can use to get
Oh,
back
to get
to
it
it. Dude,
Next
really
time.
Yeah,
like
make a
cool.
make a fucking
thing is-
spaceship. We're playing Eberron now, guys.
The thing is, not only would you
I
have
want
to,
new
like,
I want new
fly off of
character
the planet,
sheets.
You'd have to
Why
actually
are-
fly out of the solar system,
No,
out of the Milky Way. I mean, out of the galaxy, because that's
It would take
Thank you, Kelly.
hundreds and trillions of years
true.
for it to even get back to that same spot.
No, you would never
If-
get to
if
that
it-
place, whatever.
Yeah, well, if it is, again, it is infinitely improbable.
Or if we're
But it's
really
not
lucky,
impossible.
if we're really lucky, the sun will crash into it.
Is that
Instant
lucky? I feel like that would be unlucky.
Instant supernova.
Well, it's just a small rod, so it
We
probably
could
just
take
goes
out
straight
the
through there.
entire
No,
solar
no.
system.
I think we just punch like a little hole in it. I think it would also be like instant.
Oh. Hey,
Oh,
Zephyr,
God.
remember what I said about derailing?
I mean, I think it's not.
We
We have-
No, this is derailing.
And on that note, I am going to jump into the car.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Trinity Isle. We just had a bit of a break. We're all good to go. So,
Pleasure to be back.
Cassiopeia, you have been restrained and loaded into the cart. Wa, you have been loaded into the cart after being heaved off the ground. Kretash, you've jumped into the cart. I
I
believe.
jumped into
Yep.
the car.
Seelia and Takumi, would you like to do anything before you are asked to enter?
I will go in the cart and sit next to Kretash.
I will walk over to the entrance. What, if any, spots are still open for me to take?
There's enough for all of you. So that they got a cart that would be big enough for all of you. So
Okay,
um
I will take a seat.
okay.
Who am
you-
I sitting next to?
It's like you're. So Wara and Cassiopeia, being the ones that are restrained, are the closest ones to the drivers, and then Kretash, Seelia, Takumi, you're kind of just huddled together.
Alright.
You're all like next to each other. It's just like kind of group thing. Rithik will look over to one of the guards. We'll scout out ahead. We'll meet you at the campsite. If they cause any trouble, use the sending stones. We'll see you later. And he will begin riding off into the distance. And the cart will begin to move. And you will begin to make your journey towards Gaidanus. Now, this journey is going to take the remainder of the day. So, it is pretty much open for you guys to do whatever you want within the confinements of the cart. And if you are restrained, the confinements of your restraints. But you are free to make conversation as I occasionally roll an event die and see if anything happens, but the floor is yours.
Okay.
That's definitely not ominous at fucking all. Not ominous. No. Yeah, great.
So, lovely weather we're having, isn't it?
Very much so. Celia's just gonna like lay back down against like the seat and just fucking relax. Just very not bothered, very this is what we're doing for the next who knows how many hours. Just no thoughts.
It seems apparently that we may face trial.
That we will. If all goes wrong.
If all goes to plan, they'll realize that Wa is just cursed. Admittedly, his eyes do make him look like he's a vampire, so understandable.
Why? Cassiopeia turns to Mr. Short Temper. Why?
Boros, Selesnya, Golgari, is it? Demir.
Wow.
Boros, Selesnya, Golgari, is it? Demir. Yes.
Your mic's your mic's
Very
a
low.
little quiet. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
quiet.
Is that better?
It is.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Boros, Selesnya, Golgari, Izzet, Demir.
Wow, short
Boros,
temper.
Selesnya. Yes.
Just wanted to ask, what exactly is your deal?
Where do you want me to start?
The beginning.
The beginning of
Usually-
me or the beginning of the curse?
That's up to you.
What was the deal?
I'm happy to
The
hear
deal
Oh,
you
I,
made.
I,
from the
I,
complete
oh, I
beginning.
thought you meant what was my deal, as in what am I about?
No,
No.
that too. I was about that. I was interested in you as a person. Feel free to start at your birth.
Well, my mummy and daddy didn't love each other very much, but they were drunk.
I think that's before your birth.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I grew up under the guidance of the Boris Legion. I have been a soldier. I have not left the cause, but deferred from the cause to pursue a greater understanding of the cause of which I fight.
I see.
I've lost many people,
How many?
many hundreds I've seen slain in battle.
Between
I've seen
200 and 700?
get somewhere. It's hard to keep count after 300.
More than 300.
It started with the division between guilds Boros, Zelesnya, Golgari, Izzet, and Demir, the 5 guilds of Ravnica. It then started with a threat against the whole plane. From there, I've lost my family, I've lost my friends.
Where did you leave them last?
Dead, for all I know.
Oh. Are their bodies
Then I
missing?
came. I don't know. I then found my way here, joining with you guys in a search for something. I'm still not quite sure what. Something led me here. And then I met you guys. You absolute, complete, and utter pains in my arse that I decided to become fond of.
I am not a guy, I am a bird, but I appreciate your company too.
And with that, when we were at the camp, plan went array, which I will admit I played a part of it going array, but in my eyes it had already failed. And
You were
before
a
I
pivotal
joined you
part in it
guys,
going wrong, from my
I was
observations.
a part of it going wrong. And from that, I had already spoken to an entity
Mhm.
who had said when the time came, I would go to them.
What was the entity?
Kretash can tell you better on the identity of the entity. And
Kretash,
I'm sure
What was
he
the
will
identity
tell
of
us.
the entity?
You can find out when I finish the story, Cassiopeia.
May we bookmark the story and come back to it as soon as we've figured out this detail.
I'll look over to Kretash. Kretash, you know this better than me. I made a rash decision.
I need to check you for a citation in Wa's story.
I don't remember the surname.
Zarovich.
What was that?
Strad von Zarovich.
Strad von Zarovich. Right.
That sounds a lot of like son of a bitch.
That's what I thought.
honestly.
That's what I thought it was. As
That is
well.
exactly what I thought as
I
well.
thought you say you son of a bitch. When you-
Yeah.
That is exactly what I thought. That's why I didn't get a double take.
Yes.
Strad von Zarovich. Someone I have studied extensively.
What are they about?
Well,
We may start
He's
from
a-
their birth now.
from what I can tell you, he is a cruel, murdering bastard.
I understand.
Someone who has killed many more innocent lives than I. And I will glare at Wa.
More than 300?
More than 1,000.
Just innocents. What about those who were not innocent? Were there more of those or less than the innocents?
That I cannot tell you.
I understand.
This Stroud, are they also a vampire?
What do you mean also? I'm not a vampire.
That's a loaded question.
Are they a vampire?
Actually believe so. Off
Yes.
the top of my head. Yeah, they are.
Some even refer to him as the first.
I understand. Wow, may we remove the bookmark and continue with your story?
So I looked around and I saw, and I heard your screams and your pain. I saw Kretash going down. And from that, I made the decision to save the people I was fond of.
And
To
what was that decision?
make a... If you keep interrupting me, I'm not going to tell you.
I apologize. I'm not used to this form of chronological storytelling. I do apologize.
It's fine.
Cassiopeia, let's let him finish his story.
Understood.
So with that, I silently called to the entity, Stroud.
I have a question.
And... Yes.
What do you mean by a silent call?
Enough that you guys wouldn't hear me to avoid this exact scenario.
I would like everyone but Wa to deafen. I will tell you when you can undeafen.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, fuck you, Zephyr. I was getting
brought
really into
this
the
upon
backstory and everything. I feel like I'm giving you a
That's
lot to
not
work
how
with now.
I remember it.
I wondered when you'd appear.
You're my only connection to the material plane. I will make great use of you. I remember a human soldier, desperate for power, so that he could avoid his own failure.
Yes, and I assume by trying to skirt around that detail, that we may still be able to keep the trust of these party members.
They do not
These
trust you.
friends. They don't need to.
You bear
I
my
need to keep them
mark.
safe.
You belong to me. They do not matter. Only I matter to you now.
So what am I now?
A slave. Just like you were
Am
to the
I
Legion.
at risk of being executed? Will they find me guilty?
If you don't do as I say, that will be the least of your concern.
Understood.
You're going to Gaidanus, aren't you? I have many
Yes.
children there. Many who hide in the shadows. And there is one who knows the identity of one of the vampires in the city. I want you to find them and kill them.
Who are they?
I do not know. All I know is that they exist. A vampire hunter.
They're
You-
innocent.
Why does that matter? It's irrelevant to me.
Understood.
You will kill them, and you will cut out their heart. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good, my pet. Very good.
It's kind of kinky, not gonna lie.
And his voice will disappear from your mind. And you will be brought back to the cart, where you will see your companions surrounding you. And Cassiopeia is in the midst of asking you another question when your consciousness returns. When they undeafen.
When they're paying attention to the chat.
They're probably playing Osu.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so.
Ah!
It's waiting on Shadow.
Baronade, if you could just ask a question towards Wa Short Temper for me to maintain continuity.
Okay, what do you want me to ask?
Just any old question about their story.
Okay, hold on, let me... What was the last part that we were talking about just before we deafened?
I believe you're asking me about silence. The silent.
Oh, yes. How does one make a silent call? Or something like that.
And it is here
When
where you
powers
will
are-
regain consciousness of the situation.
When a power of a higher being is in control, words are not necessary to call forth.
So this
I
is
saw
sort of
you-
a call of the mind rather than a call of the vocal cords.
Yes.
I understand.
I saw you guys struggling. I saw Kretash close to death. And I did what any desperate man would do. And I made a deal with the devil to save the lives of those I care about.
Which devil did you
You
make a deal with?
guys, we've already gone over this, Cassiopeia.
They're a devil as well. Dastardly.
No, it is a saying.
Oh,
Sorry.
I apologize.
My apologies. I shouldn't have given such an outburst.
That's
Are
alright.
you okay? Did something happen just now? It looked like you were.
No,
in
everything's
a bad-
everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just trying to come to terms with what the decision I've made is. And
Are you
from
sure?
this, yes, I'm sure. So from this, I was given power, and Kretash was brought back from near death.
What kind of power was this?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is not of the electrical kind.
And can I just say, that's not a voice I wanted in my head.
I know. I'm sorry. The power that allowed me to attempt to break a mirror. The power that allows me now to shoot magic from my hands and to have this visage of apparently the undead. My goal has only ever been to protect you guys. Whether you agree with my methods or not, my intention was pure. And
I'm
I am
here
sorry,
neither to agree nor disagree.
and I am sorry that you have been dragged into this. I intended to visit Trinity Isle on my own. I did not intend to make friends.
I forgive you for befriending us.
For an Aarakocra, you're not half bad.
What's the other half of me?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay,
Everyone
I
has their
apologize. I'm not
secrets.
quite familiar with all these sayings.
Everyone
reading
has
between the
their
lines,
secrets.
so to speak.
And I know something's been troubling you too.
Yes.
I saw you look at me when I changed.
Was that the character or was that me?
That was the character.
Okay.
During the battle outside when I first used the form of dread.
I was surprised.
But with a look of familiarity. As if you knew what I turned into.
Did I?
You went so
I
I
know
will
that-
I
I
will
know that
recap that
reacted
because
to the
that's a
Yeah.
bit more of like a subtle detail. When he
Mhm.
became the form of dread, you noticed his description matched the description of the Goliath.
I noticed that you seem to resemble the Goliath.
I am not him.
That I am,
I am your
reasonably sure of.
and I am your friend. And that is all we need to know, guys. And I just hope that by the angels they will offer you salvation. For myself it is too late. It would almost be quicker to end me now.
Well, I won't be doing that necessarily, nor do I necessarily seek salvation, but I appreciate your gesture of kindness as you see it. And a friend I am to you as well.
Wa,
Thank
I
you.
understand your intentions are pure and out of good faith, but this power clearly doesn't sound very good. Just be careful to not let this power corrupt you too much, because if it were to do that, because intentions and agendas can always change later on. If this power were
If,
to corrupt you, that will be a completely different yet a much bigger problem we may have to face later on.
in which case, then, I need a promise from each and every single one of you. If it gets too bad, you know you need to kill me.
I'm sure I can manage that.
I understand, but I will personally refuse to be responsible for that.
This is the burden I'm aware that Kretash will be happy to bear. One favour, though, Kretash.
Hmm.
Take one of my swords, and if it does come to this, at least make it by my own sword. And not from a power unknown.
We'll
That's
see.
all I ask.
I'll consider it.
And do I have the promise from the others to not intervene if this was to happen?
It really depends on the
You
context.
you asked you want us to promise to defeat you. Now you're asking you don't want us to interfere? I misunderstand. Which one is it?
If you do not want to be part or play your hand in stopping me, do not interfere when those who do decide to. Basically, either be part of it or just watch. Don't try and stop it.
I can promise you that I will attempt to act in what I think is the best interest of our group at whole, to achieve the best for all of our goals. But I can't promise you either one of those two things. I'm sorry for that.
I
I
understand,
stand
I-
with
Conqueror.
Cassiopeia.
I will also have to agree with Cassiopeia. I would rather not rush into a decision right now.
Can't make promises for a future uncertain.
She's right.
If you are too dangerous in any certain situation for all of us, though, I will not hesitate to kill you. If that's what you're worried about.
That's all I ask. I'll say with a smile on my face as I look up. Eyes empty. And then I'm just going to look down and ignore them for the rest of this and just constantly just repeat the same 5 words. Boros, Selesnya, Golgari. Is it Demir?
I think Cassiopeia would watch Wa repeat those 5 words in fascination. And she would count the number of times that he's repeating it. She wants to count the loop.
Celia's just gonna look at this whole thing, just sink back into her seat, just fucking maybe like turn her side like a little bit towards Kretash and be like, I don't know how I got in this situation with you guys. But at this point it's too late to turn back.
Indeed. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I don't see this going well.
Yeah. We can hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
No, Cassiopeia's counting.
Yeah.
Celia's just gonna close her eyes and lightly rest her head against Kretash's shoulder. Just very nonchalantly.
I'll
Hey,
gonna stay awake.
Cassiopeia.
I'll be keeping a lookout.
Okay. Shadow take
Hey,
stage.
Cassiopeia, you, are you focused on that? You got a moment?
I have a moment. I know exactly about the average time that it takes WoW to go through a loop, so I know how long this conversation will go for, and I can fill in the blanks.
All right. Uh, you asked me if, well, asked me a question that led to me thinking about the folks, friends back at home. Do you have anyone back at home? Do you have a home? Something to return back to?
Not necessarily anything to return back to. My home is more so, um, where I decide to rest. Or at least that's how I think about it. As
I
far as
see.
family is concerned, there's only one family member that I'm seeking currently. For you see, we Aarakocra do not live very long lives. At least relatively speaking, compared to your lives. For me, this
Right.
seems quite normal, and you live absurdly long lives.
Funny how that works, doesn't it? Some species live for not as long, others live a little bit longer, others much, much longer. To many people, our lives are just one small drop in a wide ocean of memories and struggles and all that happens
Hmm.
in between.
How does that make you feel?
With everything that's been happening here happened before I came here. Sometimes it just reminds me that even though we may not live for as long as others or as short as others, we should keep true to ourselves to do the best and the good that we can. Some of us some of us don't really go down that path, and I've seen how that can turn out for a lot of people.
I see. Interesting. I appreciate hearing your thoughts, by the way.
I appreciate hearing yours as well. We've we've had a few good chats here and there,
I do enjoy the chats. They
as
give me
do
things
I.
to think about. Although about this whole life expectancy thing, I think I feel rather neutrally about it all.
I can understand that.
Can you? How so?
Well, when one thinks about existentiality, it's quite a subject that people tend to stay neutral about.
Is it one that people tend to be neutral about?
Yeah, provided it the usual reaction it makes people uncomfortable.
Then I'm glad to be in the majority.
Can't argue with that.
I feel comfortable when I fit in with whatever is considered normal, which
Well,
is not often, but I try my best in the situations that I can grow accustomed
I
to.
I think as long as you're not hurting anyone, you should also feel comfortable to just be yourself, be unique. Because like yeah, it's good to not exactly be an outcast, but you
What do you mean
still
by
don't
not
want to.
hurting anyone?
Well, I know this isn't exactly what you would do, but say one person doesn't want to fit in because they do bad things. Obviously, those kind of bad things may involve people getting hurt.
How do you determine what is a good or a bad thing? For me, I do
Hmm.
not see things in that sort of a lens. Sort of a fascinating thing about, I guess, other humanoid creatures.
Yeah, forgive me. I know we both come from different backgrounds, I suppose.
I forgive you.
I'd say it has a lot to do with more so the values were taught growing up from family, from friends, even the laws that be, if one
And,
were to really give much thought to those.
and those values are important to you.
They are the ones from
Mhm.
well, my father and my friends, and the values I've learned along the way since I was a child.
Why are they important to you?
Because they've kept me alive, and when you remember the words and the ideals, the feelings of people you care about, even when they're gone, they're still a part of you. They're still with you in a sense.
I think I can understand some of that. Being alive is certainly objectively good, from the point of view of the organism.
Right.
So in that sense, I sympathize.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. But you're welcome.
I understand. I got you.
She kind of nods a little bit as well. Just sort of
Whoa
stunts her up her
there.
way.
Whoa there. You'll feel the carriage pull to a stop as you see
Alright.
Rithik sort of and his men stop ever so slightly in front of you, and you will see other horses coming in your direction. As you pay more attention to your surroundings, you will notice that in the distance there is a small smoke stack that is sort of coming from a group of trees. Rithik, I wasn't expecting to see you here. What brings you out here? And Rithik will respond that we're just carting some civilians to the city. We may have another vampire problem. It's good to see you're doing well, Commander. Takumi, the voice sounds familiar.
How familiar?
Rather familiar.
I have a slightly. No, it's not slightly. I kind of perk up a bit and I look quite concerned.
Are you going to need help taking them back to the city? We were just dealing with another goblin fortification. We're heading our way back now, and company would be much rather appreciated. And Rithik will sort of make a motion to his men and start riding forward. Would anyone like to do anything before he responds?
So we're going. So the cart is going forward.
The cart
right?
has stopped. Rithik is going forward on his horse.
Okay. The carriage we're in, is the top and sides is there a way for me to look?
It's
no?
basically a Skyrim carriage.
Okay,
So-
so the sides and top are open. There's nothing. I'm gonna look in the direction of that voice.
You see a heavily armored person with a golden sun on their breastplate, and their sort of the face plate of their helmet is at the moment brought down. I suppose
Any
if you're heading in that direction, then company would be preferable, Commander Masato.
Takumi looks very angry. Well, slightly angry.
Seelia is just waking up and like stretching, like not that she was asleep, just kind of like
I assume it's visually, like it's easily to see that you are otherwise uncomfortable, Takumi.
Like it's not like cartoonish or exaggerated. It's just like just slightly a bit. Yeah, just slightly noticeable.
Celia's gonna look at Takumi and say like, what's up? Is there something wrong? And then like look around to like, yeah, get more aware of the situation because she's just been like relaxed and eyes
You're-
closed.
You're speaking to my character, right?
Yeah, to Takumi,
Okay.
like, is everything all right? What's
It
going on?
looks like we're getting closer to our destination of Gaidanus, but I get the feeling there's someone here. Someone who I may have been looking for.
You will see
Bad
as
someone or good?
the armored person is coming close to the carriage to sort of look at you guys. You may continue your conversation.
Celia's just gonna like look at the person, not say anything.
You were asking something, or like do you still want to ask out, or do you like
It's
just discard
like
it?
I did like ask it like, but I'm guessing when I notice like the person, I'm going to kind of like maybe like kind of get like a little distracted and like look
Yeah.
at them and like just pause.
The individual will stop in front of you, Takumi. And his body will kind of tense a little, and you'll hear like the plates of the armor kind of shift. He will lift his faceplate, and you will see the face of Masato sat on a horse in front of you.
You!
How are you still alive? I thought you died with the others. And that's
Died
where we're
with the
going to leave it with tonight.
Gusaka!
Oh god.
That is where we're going to end it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And for those, for everyone who is not already, congratulations, y'all are now level 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
oh,
boy.
You're already
I was
level
about to
3,
get,
bro.
I was about to
That's
get
actually
excited.
Yeah, no,
No.
you're already level
You
3.
get nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he chose to take his milestone early with the deal that he made, and now he has to deal with that. So, but congratulations on completing chapter 1. First chapter's done.
Let's go.
Oh my
We
god.
made it!
We are
We made it, everybody!
we are going on to chapter 2, the Great Goblin War.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, so
Okay.
well done, guys. How many dead people are in this party? Well, you got we got 2 people that are mingling with death at the moment. So
We have
Mingling.
many close encounters. Which
Yeah.
is great.
and there's like at least 10 dead people in Ocean's Edge. So yeah, but there's now houses available to buy. So yeah, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, I can't wait to settle down in Ocean's Edge. Like,
It is very much possible if you're able to prove your innocence. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring the first section of our story to a close. We have gone quite the distance, starting off like with a little scuffle with a kobold on the charter to now being prisoners, and several plot twists happening within the course of 3 days. But that's just how the pacing has gone, and that's just where we are. But yeah, chapter 2 is gonna begin in 2 weeks' time, which means I need to get my fucking shit together and start editing if I want to do the thing. But yeah, so the 22nd of January will be our next session.
Sounds good.
But unless you guys bring up, hey, we're bored or something. But as far as I'm concerned, I will see you on the 22nd. How are we feeling?
Feeling
How we
good.
doing?
I'm like,
Awesome.
I'm kind of getting into
Loving
the
it.
shoes of my character a lot more.
I can
Yeah.
feel that.
I can also agree.
I adore Cassiopeia. Oh my god, I love it.
She's like an alien dork that's come to the
Cat-
planet.
Cassiopeia is great, but
Yes.
that's where I'm
No,
leaving it.
but
That's where I'm
she's
leaving it.
perfect.
No,
Wait,
that's where I'm leaving it.
She's
my
fucking perfect. I love it. I love
Aw.
it. Just-
I love all of your guys' characters as well. It's been very cool to see everybody develop theirs and like kind of fit into the shoes that they've kind of molded for themselves.
It is. It's a very interesting party to run for. It's definitely one of the most varied personality. I think like there's no sort of personality crossovers, which is very nice to see. It's very nice to see that everyone's sort of filling different shoes, and everyone's having their moment in the spotlight, which is what I was mostly worried about. But I think especially this session, everyone had their moment. And yeah, so now the journey to Gaidanus is very much underway. Not necessarily in the way that it was
Bloody
planned, but you know, decisions were made, actions were taken. What did happen? So the Standing Lord, very funny, Marhez, very funny. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. But yeah, thank you all for joining me so far, and congratulations on beating the tutorial.
Hardest tutorial in the
Did
world.
we
We made
really
it.
beat it, or did it beat most of our party multiple times?
But
There
we
was
still
definitely
beat
a
it.
beating.
We are stood or sat victorious at the end of chapter 1.
Victorious
done
is
it,
a
we've
strong word. There's definitely,
Okay, hang on.
There's
Hang on.
there's
Have any of our
defi-
player characters died?
No, but have they all gained more than they lost?
Yes, we gained an experience
party.
along the way.
And you lost your soul to damnation. Kretash lost everything he ever knew. Again. Takumi lost a lot, as we saw last session. And see.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of on par for Kretash, though.
Yeah.
Wait, I forget. What did I lose?
Well, that's gonna be interesting next chapter. All right. We'll talk about it after the session, because if you missed on a thing, then that's fine. But
You lost. Like that's why you forgot about it. It's because you lost it. That's what happens to those things. You're lost.
No, I just
Yeah,
but I get that. But at this very moment, I'm just trying to remember. Other than
we'll
all the arrows
go
I
over it.
shot.
We'll go over it after the stream has ended.
Yeah, I'll probably remember. Just right now, I'm like.
The thing for
Yeah,
me is, I
just-
feel like Shadow's gonna have an epiphany in a minute, and it's going to very much change. But thank you all very much for joining me. And as it is the end of chapter 1, what are your plans for the next week or two before we meet each other again? Does anyone have any big things going on that they might want to promote?
Oh yeah, there is something that might be happening here and there, depending, because I am now a full-time Portal 2 co-op speedrunner. Might be doing that Malachi here and there, so keep an eye on that.
Very nice, very nice. Anyone else got anything they want to promote? Streams, whatever, like whatever. Take this time to make your
I know
work known.
somebody.
I'm just gonna hop in and be like, yo, I do D&D commissions now, and emote commissions. And I drew Venti, who you're gonna see at some point for WA's campaign,
I'm very much
which is
looking
gonna
forward
be
to that.
super awesome. It's a little delayed currently because he has a situation with his computer, but on that note,
That's a segue, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, on that note, I am currently live now, doing a donathon, subathon thing to try and raise funds to replace my PC, because once the PC is back up and running, we will be looking at trying to get this campaign, which I will save the title for next time we start chapter 2. We have a working. I have a working title. It is literally. It's very, very simple. It's just Troubled Times.
Okay. No, I like it.
It's designed to be vague the entirety of the first chapter. In fact, I will give if you're happy for me to, I'll give a.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because I want to build a hype for it.
Hang on. Let me find it quickly.
I actually don't need to DM.
Yeah, nice break.
I know. I get to break y'all's hearts.
5. A selection of people wake up in separate rooms, not sure of where they are or who they are. All they can see around them is a caged window and a wooden door fastened by an iron bolt. The bed they lay on is of straw with a pillow made of cloth. On the side of the wall, they can see inscriptions and drawings. But for now, they don't know the meanings.
Very nice. Very nice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's a very ominous start.
And
Nice little preview.
Marhez will also be doing a D&D stream apparently this Friday at 11 a.m. Australian time, which is 10 a.m. for all us UK bumpkins. Where I will be at work, so I'm gonna have to watch the VOD for that. But Marhez, make sure to promote yourself in the Discord, and for anyone who's
Please do.
And for anyone
And
who's
in mine
not
too.
Promote it.
part of the Jazz Club, then the Discord is there. And if anyone has got any Discords they want to promote, I'll give you that quick time to do so now. Also, Barinade.
Yeah, I'll
do it.
Mhm.
Whilst
I
you're
still had
doing
another
that,
announcement.
very quickly, Barinade, what is the plan for tomorrow, by the way? Because I need to figure out what I'm doing.
Tomorrow's plan is, of course, another sussy Sunday.
Nice! I got him to say it. Right, that's another 2d6.
But keep in mind, okay, if you want to be part of it, be sure to join it, because the week after that, I'm taking a community day off. So the next one will be 2 weeks after this next one.
That is that's
Nice.
good. That's good. But then Malachi, you've got yours, don't you? So that'll fill the hole.
And then
Malachi,
2 weeks from now, if
you're
you're still
muted.
interested in extra stuff, it's gonna be Hand and Brain chess tournament in 2 weeks from now.
Very nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
I won the
God.
last one.
Yeah, it was pretty
Oh,
good
God.
actually.
Yeah. But
And does anyone have a special stream happening next week they need to mention, if any?
I have a. Oh, that's me. I forgot. I have a 300 follower stream. That's just
there
like
we
a little
go.
bit of a
Finally.
That's what I was waiting to hear.
We were all waiting for it.
I forgot. I absolutely forgot.
Does anyone have anything they want to promote?
Hey, it's okay. No. Hey, you guys were all waiting to hear it. She never even told me.
Wow.
I forgot, and I have to announce it, and I have to do proper. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be doing another portrait slash. I'm thinking of doing it like portrait or emote giveaway, and the winner can choose because like I do both, and like they're cool. And I'm gonna be doing that, and it's gonna be next week. And yeah, come by if you want to.
Very nice. Very
Please
nice.
do. It'll be very big. Very awesome.
Yeah.
There is an event coming up in a couple of months as well. Time has not been set yet, but Barinade should be interested in this one. There will be a bingo-style tournament coming up for Mario 64, and if it goes well, and it will be hopefully affiliated to the point where there'll be an actual prize fund, if we can get the authorization to run it. And if following that, there may be other bingo-styled speedrun games
Very
coming
nice.
soon that everyone can partake in. So
I
not
have
just
a question
specific
for you.
platformers. Yes.
Very
With
nice.
regards to your events that you're running, is there a plan for the movie quiz?
When I get the PC back, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also
Okay.
need that back
Alright,
because
I'm fine.
we've got a couple things. I need your PC
Yeah,
back
your
so I can
Darwin
run
project.
my tournament. And also we mentioned Friday 13th, which I've tweeted about to
Yes.
see if I get people talking. But yeah, all that and more coming up in 2022. This is the year of Twitch, and we're gonna fucking rock it. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end it like we always do with goodbyes from the cast. So, goodbye to Takumi, the human fighter, played by Shadowblade312.
That is me. I hope you all had a great holidays and a good start to the new year, and let's keep it up. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next session, where things are about to get even more crazy, I imagine.
Goodbye to Kretash, the dark elf wizard, played by Malachi__gaming.
Goodbye.
Goodbye to Seelia, the half sun elf bard, played by the Trinity elf artist DelphiniumRai.
Bye, and I wish you a lovely 2 weeks and a better memory than mine.
I was gonna say better memory than Barinade's.
I
but
failed.
that's fine. Goodbye to Wa, the human paladin warlock hybrid, played by the TheMrWa.
Goodbye, guys. I'm the hated British guy.
And goodbye to Cassiopeia, the Aarakocra druid, played by the Barinade.
Bye-bye.
And goodbye from me.
He's the hated Australian.
I thought it was Malachi. Have we got a crossover? And goodbye from me, your slightly above average Dungeon Master CJ Unschool's ever. Stay safe, much love, all that jazz.